Welcome to the latest video weather briefing from the National Weather Service. This is an update of a previous weather briefing. This video will discuss the significant storm system expected for this upcoming weekend, February 28th through March 1st. Thanks for tuning in. This is Alex Tardy, meteorologist here at National Weather Service, San Diego. Here are the highlights that we're going to talk about. Showers starting tonight. That would be Friday night. Precipitation most widespread Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning. We look for isolated thunderstorms and locally heavy rain as well, Saturday night through Sunday as the storm system stalls over our region. Amounts will be lighter, though, in the deserts. We expect most of this precipitation west of the mountain crests, so the western slopes, all the way to the coast. Here are the amounts. 1/2 inch to 1 1/4 inches for the coast and inland valleys, 3/4 of an inch to 2 inches for the western slopes and mountains, except our wettest locations, 3 to 4 inches of total precipitation. This is areas such as the front slopes of the San Bernardino Mountains at the Cajon Pass, the western edges of Mount San Jacinto and Palomar Mountain, and all the way down to Mount Laguna. So the wettest locations there could be 3 to 4 inches when it's all said and done of total precipitation. Desert areas much less, 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch, so a little bit of spillover into our deserts. Winds are starting to increase. They'll continue to increase over our waters and over the mountains and passes through Saturday. Strong gusty winds in the mountain and passes, desert slopes, where we will see gusts 50 to 65 miles per hour in those areas. That includes the ridges. The gusty winds, like I mentioned, will continue over the coastal waters where we'll see a lot of gusts to 25 knots. Here are our snowfall totals. We expect 1 to 4 inches right around that snow level area between 4,000 and 5,000 feet. 4 to 8 inches, so it'll increase quickly as you go above 5,000 feet, between 5,000 and 6,000 feet elevation. 8 inches to a foot between 6,000 and 7,000 feet. Now areas around 7,000 feet to 8,000 feet, 8 to 18 inches. It's really going to depend on if you're on the dry side of the mountain range or on the wet side. If you're on the wet side, around 1.5 feet, 18 inches. Here are your snow levels. They'll start off fairly high, but quickly lower on Saturday as the storm system approaches, and then lowest on Sunday. You could see some wet snowflakes down to 3,500 feet on Sunday. The outlook calls for showers in the form of rain and snow continuing Monday morning. And there is a chance of some lighter precipitation, but not amounting to much for Monday night and Tuesday. All right, here are maximum wind gusts that are expected. You can see it's going to be the mountain slopes, the high deserts, and spilling over the desert slopes where we should see gusts in the windiest locations with amounts 50 to 60 miles per hour, as shown here. Across the region, this is what precipitation looks like for all of Southern California. Let's take a look a little closer for extreme Southwest California. Here are the totals, the latest forecast showing along the coast a 1/2 inch to 1 inch, some places a little bit more even on coastal slopes. And then when you go inland along the I-15 corridor, several places around 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Take a look at the wetter locations such as Mount Laguna and the western slopes of Palomar Mountain, and also for those slopes going up to Mount San Jacinto and up by Crestline and the San Bernardino Mountains at the Cajon Pass. Those locations between 2 to as much as 4 inches for our wettest spots that we typically see along the San Bernardino front slopes. This is storm total precipitation. How about snowfall? Snowfall gradient will be very sharp because of our snow levels ranging between 4,000 and 5,000 feet. So let's look in San Diego County. We could see around 1 foot of snow at the highest points. That's close to 6,000 feet. Up in Riverside County at our highest locations, we could see close to 18 inches of snow. That'll get us up around the 7,000 foot elevation. And then the San Bernardino Mountains, so our ski resorts, 12 to 18 inches of snow when you get up between the 6,000 and 7,000 foot elevation, as shown here. These are storm total snowfall expected through Monday morning. What's causing this rain and snow and wind? A storm system will go up and over the upper level high pressure ridge that hasn't really left, just moved a little bit to the west, allowing the storm door to open. The key in this storm system is this trough of low pressure will stall out along the coast. When it reaches Southern California, that'll allow the precipitation to continue moving across our region and intensify Saturday night and Sunday. It does look wet on Saturday, just not as wet, but we do expect showers to be around most areas on Saturday. Wettest part of the storm, Saturday night and Sunday, because the storm stalls along the coast. Please check out the latest hazards on the link above, and just check out weather.gov San Diego for the latest watches, advisories, and warnings. Also follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates leading up to the storm and during the storm. Thanks for tuning in.